Okay, I had to get a drink of water before that, but welcome, Smackdown review, Payback Fallout. What is going on this show tonight, huh? What do we got going on for Smackdown? Can this show even be good, as some say, with a lot of news going around in WWE today, from AOP getting released, or this whole, Vince is telling everyone that they cannot, banning them or warning them that they cannot use third-party, outcomes like Twitch and YouTube or Cameo or whatnot, because I believe WWE owns them, or, they can't use their real names, okay? They can't use their character names, but since they use their real names, that they want to own them now. I'm not really sure about this, especially if you're stopping people's income and whatnot, even though they are already signed to the company and everything. They are part of WWE. Some people think this is a kayfabe thing, or they just don't want them making money, outside of it, because, listen, there are a lot of wrestlers, especially in the WWE, that have mostly either Twitch accounts or YouTube, or I don't really know what Cameo is that much. I think you pay them for, what do you pay people online and celebrities to send you a message for, I don't know, $100-something or 70-something. So I don't know much about Cameo and whatnot, but yeah, I read about that today, and I know it's a lot of backlash and everything, or they said WWE's just either trying to control them even more, or Vince is. I'm not really sure what to take from all of that and whatnot, because I was like, really now? So they can't use Twitch, and they got 30 days to comply too, so I guess they gotta wait on it. But I feel like something may change from this if they step up the wrestlers. I don't know, but some say they should not be surprised by this, because they already signed to the company, so that means their real name kind of goes with them. So how are you trying to make other revenue when WWE pays you or whatnot? And like I said, this is going off what I read, but I don't know how everybody's gonna respond to that. I haven't really heard anybody say. Well, I've heard wrestlers from different companies, but like I said before, there are a lot of them that have Twitch accounts or YouTube accounts and online doing several other stuff than what we see them do on TV. So I'm not really sure where that's going to go, but they are reportedly, like I said, forcing them to stop, or it's going to be fines or suspensions or several other things that are going to happen if they do not stop these accounts and whatnot and making money off of them and everything. I don't know how much you make from Twitch, but I'm sure if you got a lot of views, you make a lot from Twitch. Same with YouTube and whatnot also. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe it can change in 30 days. I don't know, but I've seen many different opinions from reading about this probably about 2 hours ago, if I even started watching Smackdown tonight. So it's kind of crazy. I read about that, and everybody was just going crazy about it, and some would say trying to control the narrative and everything. So we'll see where that goes, but I feel like this whole thing may be lifted, and they probably let them go back using their accounts. But hey, I don't know. All I can say is we'll see what happens. I'm just kind of going by off what I read from this whole, stopping everybody from using third party, platforms for monetization and whatnot. But other than that, though, SmackDown tonight, what do we got going on? A new Universal Champion. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman came out. Reigns had pyro and everything. But Paul Heyman, of course, was going to speak as Reigns just basically looked into the camera. He says, just when you thought I was out, he pulled me back in. And, don't make fools of yourselves and embarrass yourselves, pointing out all the fingers, or, I'm corrupting him, or it's him corrupting me. Excuse me, but Heyman says, since he was gone, but he was rescued, saved, and pulled to an island of relevancy back again by Roman Reigns. Heyman pretty much went on to say that through all the, selfish executive decisions and life-threatening illnesses, Reigns delivered. He over-delivered, really, after all what Roman has had to go through. And that, he said, no one said thank you or offered any type of appreciation and whatnot, but Heyman pretty much said that Reigns just, he had a little time off, and what he do with this whole title thing right now, and that, the Fiend was just fiending, and that the Monster was just being a monster, that they don't fit to be a champion, and, they can't even make any type of appearance with them, that Reigns is the guy to do it, and, Heyman went on to talk about how Reigns, he brings to the table what it means to be a champion, and that, Raw had a triple threat to make a number one contender, where Smackdown says it's going to be a number one contender. But I'm not going to talk about these names. It's not going to be said by me. He'll leave it to Anderson Cooper and Carmella's latest boyfriend over there. That was a good line. That was pretty funny. How long has Corey Graves lasted with her? I don't know. But that was a good line. Anderson Cooper and Carmella's latest boyfriend. That was good. But Heyman said that he is a special the tribal chief, the special counsel to the tribal chief. Basically saying that Reigns basically said, I went on to say that I said what I was going to do. I went into payback. I wrecked the Fiend and the Monster, and I left as Universal Champion, because when you have this power, all you have to do is show up and leave. Believe that. So, that was great. Real great. Heyman grabbed the mic as usual. Roman, he didn't say much, and almost somewhat came off like Brock in a way, just mostly standing there and not saying nothing, but he had a small line here and there, and that wasn't bad. So, good promo between Heyman and Paul out there. I said Paul for some. Heyman and Paul. Why did I say that? Heyman and Roman out there. You gotta get used to them being as a team right now. But as Roman and Heyman were headed to the back, Jey Uso basically came in, welcomed his cousin back. Uso basically said, yo, what's up with you and Heyman right now? Roman said, don't worry about that. I got this all under control, okay? Next, we got Heavy Machinery versus Miz and Morrison. I don't really care. Otis, every time I look at Otis, I forget he's the money. It's like I forget he's the Money in the Bank winner until I actually see it on TV. That's the only way I'm going to know he's the Money in the Bank winner. It's like, I got to, oh yeah, Otis, he's still Money in the Bank winner. Which, honestly, I don't know how he's ever really going to cash this in on any of these guys when you look at it, because you knew he wasn't going to cash it in on, Strowman, then The Fiend. Now it's Roman, so when will this guy ever cash it? I don't know, but I want him to lose at the same time too, okay? Because just him as Money in the Bank winner, it still makes no sense to me, and I figured he is the Money in the Bank winner unless you see him come out with it. And then Morrison took the briefcase with him and ran off with it. Big E was in the back planning a big return and a birthday party for Xavier Woods. He had a cake and everything. Drew Gulak and the Lucha House Party were there. Security told him that Woods just arrived at the building since, he's on Talking Smack also now too. Big E came out, but he was attacked by Sheamus. Big E fought back, but Sheamus ended up bro kicking him and Irish cursing on him onto the back of onto the car of a windshield, leaving him there as medics tried to help him. Caleb Braxton, basically the paramedics were helping him, but Sheamus showed up and I ambushed him because he beat me at Payback and everything, and I was just minding my own business, and he had to defend himself. And Big E, I guess he's not going to make it to that Fatal 4-Way tonight, because whoever wins this Fatal 4-Way between Sheamus, the King of Waiters there, Corbin, and Matt Riddle, and Big E was supposed to be in it, but somebody else was going to be in it. In a way, kind of looks like we got ourselves a phone call here during the review. What sense does that make? Other than that phone call I had to take care of. What was I saying about Smackdown again? Big E was taken out. Sheamus, talked about bad information, which this was a smart idea to take out Big E out of this Fatal 4-Way because, A, it's too early to be putting Big E in a title shot against Roman Reigns right now, because I would have betted he would have won this match, but it's good that they took him out. Like I said before, what we need to do is what they've been doing good already. Just keep building up Big E, keep giving him wins and whatnot. Just, in a way, taking it slow and steady, as in build them up organically. So that was actually a smart idea of taking him out of the Fatal 4-Way right now. So, too early to be giving him a title shot. As some say, he either needs to win the Royal Rumble or be the sole survivor of the Survivor Series. My friend recommended this to me, and I think that's a better idea. Some would even say wait till, I don't know, have Roman versus Big E at Mania, but that's I don't want to say it's a far cry of an idea, but that is possible at the same time. But like I said, good idea. Don't put him into the Fatal 4-Way right now. Next, though, was, I guess, Adam Pearce was talking to Caleb Braxton about Big E, his injury and whatnot, and that he was going to be replaced. Heyman wanted to speak to him then, off camera, I guess, so we'll see what's going to go on with there. But next, the tag team titles are on the line, the women's tag team championships. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus Sasha and Bayley. Sasha and Bayley get their rematch, which this was a good match. I did like this. Mostly 3 out of the 4 people in this match, and we all know who was the worst. But, of course, Sasha and Bayley did not end up winning. Like I said, really good match, though. It ended up with Nia Jax doing a crossbody onto both Sasha and Bayley for a double pin. Sasha's knee was messed up, though, as EMTs had to help her. But as they helped through commercial, Sasha pushed them off not to touch her. Bayley tried to help her out of the ring. But next thing you know, Bayley kicked her. Bayley started beating the crap out of her, putting her leg on the steel steps, stepping on it several times, just yanking, taking off the boots and everything, and just once again stepping on her bad leg, slamming it, yelling it cold in, beating it on the on the announce table almost, and says, "You deserve all of this." Pretty much wrenching the leg, even getting a chair, putting it in between her throat and whatnot, going off the top rope or middle rope and stomping onto it, beating the living dog crap out of Sasha. So it's finally happened, folks. The moment that people have been waiting for a number of years now, and it looks like it is finally happening. Sasha versus Bayley. I expected Bayley to turn, honestly, because, with Sasha losing all the gold now, Bayley was going to turn on her. I know people would have wanted to see this the other way with face Bayley and, heel Sasha, but this is in reverse now. They built Bayley into a heel for a long time now. It's, her and Sasha were heels, but Sasha is the face, which I feel like she will be off of TV for a minute, and she will get a match against Bayley at Clash of Champions for the title, or will be building this for a good minute. But I think Sasha will be the one to take the belt off of Bayley. But this was a good beatdown. No, I'm surprised the referee never really tried to stop it throughout most of the entire 7-8 minutes it went down. But Bayley beat the living dog mess out of Sasha, basically almost ripping her leg and knee in half all over the place and stomping on her throat with a chair in between it. Okay. Paramedics took her to the ambulance, and I guess drove her to the hospital. But that was a really good beatdown, though, and it's finally happened. WWE has finally pulled the trigger on Sasha versus Bayley. The tension was building. You knew it was coming. The titles were being lost, and one couldn't trust the other. And you knew one of these two were going to turn on each other, and it's finally happened tonight, okay? It is finally happening. So something very unexpected. Well, we knew it was coming, but we just didn't know when the trigger was going to be pulled. But it was almost unexpected right here, because I just thought they were going to help Sasha out of it, but Bayley has now blamed Sasha for all the losses they have taken. So this is what it's going to be here, people. Sasha versus Bayley, it's coming. People have been wanting this for a number of years now, so now you are finally getting your wish. So we'll see what happens, but that was a great beatdown, though. Bayley kicked the crap out of her, so that was good, real good. But other than the beatdown on Sasha, we then move to Sami Zayn, who came out saying he is still the Intercontinental Champion. He even put one of the headsets on and told Marty to say that, make sure you have his graphic to say, Intercontinental Champion, because he didn't have it on there. But he said he's the real Intercontinental Champion. Jeff Hardy came out then, basically said you didn't need to attack me if you wanted a title shot and whatnot. And Sami Zayn basically said, I don't need to ask you for one. I'm already the champion, okay? You need to be asking me for a title shot. AJ Styles came out then saying he's the uncrowned Intercontinental Champion, and that, Hardy if he's ready to defend the title. Let's do this thing. Sami Zayn said that's not how it works. AJ took a shot at Hardy then, and then him and Sami started beating up Jeff Hardy, but AJ pretty much kicked Sami, was going to put him into the Styles Clash. Jeff hit AJ with a twist of fate, and Sami Zayn ended up hitting Jeff Hardy with a haluva kick before picking up his Intercontinental title and walking away. Obviously, triple threat matches come in to see who will be the real Intercontinental Champion, so watch out. Next, they showed a woman who had, I guess, some heels on and a fur coat walking with some fog happening. I don't know who this is. I don't know who I expect it to be. But obviously somebody new is coming, so we'll see what happens with that. Otis and Tucker, I guess Tucker was talking about, hey man, Morrison's got your Money in the Bank contract. What are you going to do? And he says, listen, man, I don't leave the Money in the Bank contract in the briefcase, okay? It's in my lunchbox, all right? Okay, then if you got the contract, what's in the briefcase? Basically, Morrison ended up taking, he took Otis's lunch. So it was like a ham sandwich in there, or a stapler, and I guess he was going to eat it, but Miz said don't do it. So, yeah, Otis ended up duping them and putting his lunch inside of the briefcase. There's a reason why he took 2 briefcases out there at the beginning, but they got to make this somewhat funny for some reason and make Morrison look like a goofball, or even though they did beat Miz earlier, but they got, like I said, they got to find a way to make him some type of goofball one way or another. I don't know how, but hey, that's how they're doing it, okay? Roman Reigns was in the back then on his phone. Jey Uso basically thanked them, hey, thanks for giving me this fatal 4-way and whatnot. And, I owe you one, but Reigns says, you don't owe me nothing. Heyman made it happen, all right? And listen, I know you used to winning, but let's see you go out there and win without your brother this time. Let's see if you can get it done on your own, all right? But right after, we got a quick Firefly Funhouse with Wyatt saying, since he lost the title last Sunday, there's going to be a new friend next week in the Funhouse. So it was very quick as Nikki Cross was watching. Alexa Bliss came in to apologize for what happened last week and everything. In the background, you could see the Rambling Rabbit looking from beyond. And, I didn't get a chance to say this last Sunday. I made like a reference with the Bliss and Fiend thing. I think what they're trying to do is make almost like a new Joker Harley Quinn type of thing. That's what it looks like it's going on right there, because I know people have tried. I remember when they tried to make Bliss like Harley Quinn a few years ago when that Suicide Squad movie was popular at the time. And I feel like like I said, like with the Fiend and Bliss there, they want to make like some type of Joker Harley combination, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Fiend gives Bliss the giant hammer like mallet and everything. And with the rabbit going on, I think Bliss will be the new friend next week. But in a way, I do believe it's like a Joker Harley Quinn thing. I feel like they're making. I meant to say that last Sunday, but that's what the idea I started thinking of. Riddle came out and made his entrance. Corbin had his security carry him, saying he said this match shouldn't need to be happening because of nepotism. Riddle ran up on Corbin and brawled with him. Sheamus came out. Then Jey Uso. Listen, this was a good fatal 4-way with a somewhat surprising finish in a way. And I wouldn't say somewhat surprising since we knew who's going to be in the fatal 4-way in the segment that happened earlier before this match. But this was still a good fatal 4-way, which it ended up Sheamus hitting the bro kick on Corbin, Riddle hitting the bro to sleep on Sheamus. Right after that, Jey Uso with the splash on the Riddle, which I'm very surprised Riddle ended up taking the pinfall. That's actually kind of surprising. But they interviewed Jey Uso after, which he will face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. So he made his family proud, and now he's coming after the title. So I never really would have believed that one of the Usos were ever going to get a title shot, especially for a main world title with the Universal one, okay? So this is very interesting, and a very interesting 3 weeks, which I feel like is going to go on. And I'm not mad at this outcome, too, okay? So it's going to be cousin versus cousin, Reigns and Jey Uso. It's something different. I like where this is going, though. So I'm glad they found something for Jey Uso going on since, Jimmy Uso is hurt right now. So at least they have something for Jey right there. And this could be interesting. This really can be. Because, like we saw the segment earlier with Reigns and Jey Uso and everything, and how he even got into this fatal 4-way, and how either Heyman got him into it, or Reigns got him into the match one way or another. It's going to be a match at Clash of Champions now. So, it wasn't the winner I was expecting, but given what we saw earlier, that you knew this was going to be his opponent and whatnot. Riddle, you save that for later on down the line, but I wouldn't have given him the pin. I don't even want to see Reigns and Corbin anymore. Then again, Reigns is technically a heel, and Sheamus is a heel too, but, they're both heels, so we needed a face to win this, and Jey was the face. It's different. I will say this match is going to be different. Like I said, I would have never expected Jey Uso to get a title shot in almost a million years in a way. I'm not saying the guy is bad or anything. It's just one of those things that are very unexpected. So we'll see what comes from this with Reigns and Jey Uso. But I'm interested, though. I am interested in this. Smackdown, not bad. I will say that. Of course, Bayley turns on Sasha. That's the big thing. Heyman and Reigns with their promo. Like I said, Wyatt's got a new friend coming along. Jey Uso getting a title shot. So, a very different Smackdown tonight with a lot of changes going on here. Okay? So, not bad. Not bad at all. But, other than that, tell me what you think about the show in general. Jey Uso win the title. Anything that went on SmackDown. This whole ban everybody from third party thing you can't use, or you will be suspended. Basically, can't make any more money off of that. I don't know where that's going, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, though, we will be back tomorrow night with a review for All Out. Okay? It will be 2 people on this. Double review. So comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, HoodedKnight890, and we will see what happens tomorrow night on All Out. Okay? I'm out. See you then. Peace.